Welcome back to the Meant for Magic podcast, and today I am serving up some tea. And I'm about to piss some people off, and I'm like kind of excited about it because I really don't care what anybody thinks about me if you haven't realized that by now. So, I don't want to call it a scam, but I want to call this dishonest. How's that? There is this thing going around in our industry right now, the personal development industry, the coaching industry, whatever industry. I'm seeing it across all boards, where you're going to be on Roku TV, Amazon TV, TV, and you're streaming out to hundreds of millions of people. Pay me $10,000 and you'll get hundreds of millions of people to see you now. Bull fucking shit. Do you want to know who sees you? I'm going to tell you right now. The people that download their app. And that could be 5 people. It could be 0 people, and it could be a decent amount of people. Maybe it's thousands. But you are not streaming to Apple TV. You are not streaming to Roku TV to anybody who's on it. You have to first, download an app, click that app, and then when they're streaming, go into that app. So say someone is the Barbie, right? And they're like, okay, where's Barbie streaming on Roku TV? You have to download the Barbie app, click the Barbie app, and then everybody can see it. So, and that person should have data of how many people have downloaded their app. They might lie about that too, because I'm constantly seeing posts on the internet of like, sign up for this TV thing. We're streaming to 500 million people on Roku TV and Amazon and Apple and your mother, and it's all a fucking lie. And to me, I think it's actually deceitful. I really do, and I'm tired of the clout in this industry for people who just want to be famous. I don't give a fuck if I'm famous. I don't give a flying rat's motherfucking ass about being famous. You want to know what I care about? I care about helping people, and I care about making money. 2 fucking things. That's it. And again, I'm sure this is going to get to someone where they're listening and they're like, fuck this bitch, and I don't care. Because you know what? I hired a PR agency for a couple months. You want to know how much money I made from that? $0 motherfucking dollars, okay? Being in it, and again, I'm not telling you if you want to look at yourself in a magazine article, and I'm not saying none of them make any money. You know, maybe sometimes Forbes and some bigger articles can make money, but it is rare. You know, I see people paying to be on a billboard so you could look at yourself on a billboard. Oh my God, let's go up to Times Square. Look at the billboard up there of me. And by the way, I'm talking about the people who pay for this. Like, it's cool. If someone asked me, you want a free billboard? I mean, I don't think I'd say no, but I don't really give a shit about it. Yeah, put my face on a billboard. You want me to be the cover of your magazine? I'm saying pay to play with this stuff, right? I want to actually differentiate that, because if I got this for free, sure, whatever, put my face up there. I don't fucking care. Like, exposure's exposure. But I'm not going to pay someone money expecting a result. If you want to pay for clout because it excites you to see your face on a magazine, because it excites you to see your name on a billboard, because it excites you that someone says you're going on TV when you're really not, that is fine. I do not care. Your prerogative, your life, do whatever you want. But my problem is when people say this shit and they're fucking lying. I'm going to give you an example, trying to be professional here, but I recently signed up for something in person that I went to, and it was like, it's streaming. The people said it was going out to 1 million people. It was all a lie. And I knew that. I didn't do it because of the streaming. I did it because there were supposed to be a bunch of people in the room, and there wasn't. And so their defense was, well, there was no one here, but we streamed. And I'm like, I came for a fucking sold out room. I didn't come to be streamed to, right? Like, that's not why I did this. Anyways, I don't want to talk about these details because that's a story I don't want to get into. Maybe I will someday and tell the specifics and name names, but for now, I'm going to remain professional, nameless, and not tell this story because there's some intricate details happening behind the scenes right now. And just know that I do not shut my mouth when injustices happen, if you didn't realize by this episode by now. But I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of clients coming up to me that they paid 20, 40, 50, 60, 80, 100 plus thousand to be on TV or a documentary or whatever the fuck. They make $0 and half of it goes to no one and nowhere. Now, there are legitimate documentaries, there are legitimate TV shows, but if you're paying someone in the coaching fucking industry who just decided to download an app on an Amazon TV or Roku TV, it's 98.7 times like it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And you're getting bullshitted. And you know what? I see a lot of, especially women 40 and up, really falling into this scam. And I said it, I'm fucked up, but like, it's like, pay me money, I'm going to get you out there. You're not only are you not getting out to people, you're definitely not making money. Like, I have not heard one person yet go on Roku, Amazon, whatever, from these bullshit app things that you have to download and make any money. I've also not heard of anyone who signs up for a bunch of these magazines, pay to play, like make any money from it. You know, there's just so many ways. And I mean, you want me to keep going? How about the multi-author books, right? Like, somebody decides that they're going to put out a book. They say, hey, you, pay me $5,000 to be in my book. So now 10 people pay them $5,000. They just made a ton of money off of you. They put this multi-author book together because now you could say that you're an author in your bio, right? And then all of you share it with everyone for the first day. So now you're a best-selling author because you had a bunch of people look at it for a day. And then what? You just spent all that money and that book goes nowhere. Nobody knows anybody in that book, for the record, because you guys are just talking about it to your friends and your family. And now you have author in your bio for a book that made you no money and did nothing and went nowhere. Congratulations. Right? It's like, you want to write a book, write your own book, get it self-published or publish it with somebody, put it out there, make it have meaning. And I know that I'm going to get so much shit for this episode. And I'm okay getting so much shit for this episode because I have seen so many people waste so much money on some of these, what I think are just crapshoots. And it's spending so much money to get zero results. You want to know where I'm going to pay to play? I'm going to tell you. I was going to do a whole episode on this. And I didn't even pay to play for this, actually. I just got on stage in Puerto Rico. I probably at this point have made $60,000 being in Puerto Rico. No pitch, no QR code, didn't work the room, didn't sell in the room. Just went to that room to give value, connected with everyone in the room, talked about what I did. People messaged me, wanted to buy. Some of those people wanted to speak on my stage. Some of those people hired me one-on-one. One of these women is the VIP day on this Thursday for 11 grand. That was me being genuine, connecting, going in a room, being myself. I am going to guarantee my results. Me. I'm not going to have someone put me out on TV who I don't even know who's watching and say, oh yeah, maybe. No, I will pay to play to get in rooms. I have no problem sponsoring an event. I have no problem handing someone $10,000. But here's what I'm not going to hand you $10,000 for. A room where you gave away 200 free tickets, where 90 people show up. And again, it's a crapshoot full of a bunch of broke women who could barely afford to get there, who aren't my ideal clients. I am someone who sells high ticket. Don't get me wrong, I have low ticket stuff too. But here's what I'm saying in this is, you want to vet the rooms that you're going to pay to play in. And I will be cocky. There is several people on my stage that have made $2,000 to $500,000 off of 1 to 2 events speaking on my stage. I have actual testimonials that people who pay to play in my room make fucking money. And you know what? It's very, very rare that someone doesn't make money in my room. But I think I had one sponsor, maybe 2 ever, not profit off the room. And it was because they were so busy attending the event and learning in a notebook, they weren't working the room. I don't mean working the room like a salesy, pitchy person. I mean giving value, connecting with people, talking to them, sharing. I never go in a room like, hey, you need me, want to buy? I'm like, so what's going on with you? Da-da-da. Oh, wow, that's great. I'm giving literally free advice to people, and then they want to pay me for more. I literally got on the phone with a girl who I'm kind of friends with over the weekend, and we were just shooting the shit. I ended up giving her some advice, and she was like, you know what? That was some of the best advice I've had in a long time. Can I pay you for a session? And we're actually doing a session this Wednesday. Like, just for me giving value. And so if you're going to pay to play, then know that it's your responsibility to work a good room, right? So like, I'm not going to pay to play in a room where tickets are $50 or they're free, or I don't know who's going to be in this room. Like, I want to pay to play in big dog rooms with big dog people doing big dog shit. And then I'm happy to pay, because I know that when I walk in that room, it's my responsibility to give value. It's my responsibility to connect. And if I don't make sales, it's my fault. I can't blame anybody, right? It's like, guess I didn't work the room well enough. But I have paid to play at events that just weren't my ideal client. And that is okay, right? And it happens, but it's different from lying. It's different from saying, oh, there's going to be 100 people in my room and there's 10. Now, I get that, like, we've had close to 200 signups. There's a small chance we'll have 180, 170, 160, maybe even 150 if travel happens, whatever happens. Like, I'm not like, there's definitely this many people, because people do back out last minute. They decide they don't want to travel, like things going on in the world, like that happens. And I fully can back that, like, things happen that are out of my control. I'm not like, if you walk in my room, you're going to get this and guarantee it all. But at the same time, I can tell you, and we can show you our roster, that we have X amount of tickets sold, right? So if they don't come, that's not my fault. I've sold them. I've been told by people, oh, I sold 200 tickets. They gifted away 120 of them, and 20 of those people show up because they were free. They didn't even have any skin in the fucking game. Now, all of our speakers who pay $10,000 to be on the stage, which we're raising because they make so much money, they get a ticket. They get free ticket. And they could bring a client, they could bring a friend, they could bring their mom, they could bring a team member. So that is the time we're giving out free tickets. We have a very small allotted free tickets for people who paid to play, because usually they say, oh, can my camera crew come? Or can this, can that? And so we allow them, especially if they want a team member. But it's always amazing when they don't bring a team member and they bring a client, someone to, come join the event. But that's the only time. And I have seen a lot of rooms so desperate right up till the end. They're at 20 people. They're trying to be at 100 and they give away 80 tickets. And I would rather 20 solid, amazing people and just have to apologize that I didn't get to hit my goal than 80 people in the room who are completely free, don't want to be there. And again, there's a lot of different scenarios, for the record. But if you're desperately filling your room, like, please come, please come, please come, it's not the vibration. The same way about all of these different things. And I'm so tired of people wasting money and seeing people get hurt and not realize that they just paid to be on Roku TV and they were told they were streaming to 400 million when they're really streaming to 40. And I don't think it's fair. And I'm finally ready to speak up about some of the injustices I see. And this is not, I paid a mentor and I didn't get a result. This is, somebody actually lied to you. Right? It's different where you pay someone, you hope you're going to make all this money. Maybe you make a little, you're disappointed. I get it. You're frustrated. Fine. That is not a scam. A scam is someone tells you you're going to be out to this many people and that is not actually happening. That is dishonest. And I don't like dishonesty. And I'm going to speak up about this more and more. I'm thinking of making a big post about this and I'll let the world debate it. And I'm sure some people are going to come for me and they're going to be like, screw you. And I really think I'm okay with that because I'm tired of cleaning up so many messes where someone's paid to play 15 times and they come in my room and they finally make money and they're like, oh my God, I wasted 200,000 before I came to you. And I'm like, you know what I could have done with 200,000? You know what how many rooms I could have given you? How many opportunities I could have put you out to? And again, it's not even like I want their 200,000. I just don't want to see people hurt and wasting money. So if this lands for you, feel free to DM me, feel free to email me. If you've ever had a situation like this, please don't email me that like you hired a coach and you wanted to make 100 grand and you made 10 and it was a bummer. If she said she was giving you 8 calls, she gave you 8 calls, she tried. I know people are out of alignment and incongruent in this world, and I'm not going to say people don't sometimes sign up for the mentor that definitely wasn't for them. But this is a different situation. I'm like, this is actually like a ball-face freaking lie. And even if you're signing up for a mentor, for the record, know the deliverables, right? It's this many calls. It's this many this. Like, I am very clear on how many calls my client gets, the expectations, and the deliverables. And I've never, ever, 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 ever breached a contract in my entire life. Nor do I ever fucking plan to. In fact, I have a couple times when someone's not getting results to my liking or fast enough, or to their liking or fast enough to their liking. All right, let's do one more call. Like, I'm going to try to help you as much as I can. But you also have to take responsibility. And so that's also why, you know, I've more and more realized who my ideal client is. And that's something I could jam on a whole another episode of talking about, like, well, who do I want to work with and why do I want to work with him? And why do some clients really work out and why do others feel like, ooh, this is not easy to work with them and I'm not seeing them get quick results? Like, what are the traits between those two people? So that's what I will jam on next. If you've been scammed, I'm sorry. If people lied to you, I'm sorry. And I think it's time we start talking about paying to play. That's complete bullshit. Have a good day.